Exchange is open 12 hours, Exchange is open 24. From a network perspective, it doesn't really matter. It becomes more of a operational logistical issue in that if you now have a 24-hour exchange, now you need staff to be on call 24 hours. When you manage infrastructure, there's work you have to do. You have to make changes. We have to make changes to upgrade our network, to replace hardware when it is out of life. Exchanges make changes too. We have to handle those and manage those for our customers. You do those in these change windows, these tight windows. So as we move towards a 24-hour model, move to a 7-day-a-week model, you start to lose those windows. And then it's a question of how do we do this work that we have to do to keep the plumbing of the industry going without impacting production trading? Because you don't want to do it during trading hours. You want to do it when there's nothing going on.
What is your partnership with AFX?
We're partnering with them to manage the exchange infrastructure and manage distribution of access to the exchange. If you think about it, the challenges an exchange faces are not dissimilar from trading firms, at least where we sit as a managed infrastructure provider. You have a core business you run. You run a trading shop, you run an exchange. There's expertise involved in managing infrastructure that maybe you don't have, isn't even germane to your business. So that's where we look to partner with them, not only to assist with, the management and building out and deploying the infrastructure stuff that's not necessarily what they're expert at, but also assisting in distribution, right? We have a number of banks, trading firms, the entire industry on our network, so it provides easy access not only to the exchange, to our customer base, but vice versa, right? It's about we connect the trading firms to the exchanges, to the world, and we give them easy access to these exchanges when they come online. There's an operational aspect and there's a liquidity aspect, right? We have these counterparties are on our network. They're already on the on-ramp, so it's easy for us to just give access because they're already there. They're already in our marketplace. And it's also, this is what we do, is a managed infrastructure, right? So we have the ability to turn them up quickly, to do the infrastructure part that, oftentimes when people are looking to enter a market, they may not think about, but, it's hard and we're expert at it. So it's a combination of taking care of the technology portion that maybe is not their core competency, as well as just introducing them to the marketplace of our customers and our participants that we have on the network.
How does that influence your services and plans for new offerings?
There's just a geographic aspect to it, making sure that our infrastructure, our network is future-proofed and has the capacity to give easy access to Asian, European traders that want to trade during those overnight hours. It's one of our commitments, and what we try to do is make sure that as new exchanges come online or as trading hours evolve, making sure our customers have easy access. We'll worry about it so you don't have to, right? We'll make sure we commit to bringing these exchanges on net, to being operational. We have a 24/7 follow the sun support model. So it's just making sure our the infrastructure and support is there to make access to these new markets as seamless and frictionless as possible.
What is branded calling?
So branded calling is in our communications division that provides services to the big cell phone carriers you're familiar with. And so we have a number of services we provide them, whether it's spam blocking, databases and repositories. And branded calling is one aspect of that product line where it's allowing firms to, when your phone rings, have a brand in their face about who's calling, whether it's a logo or a more descriptive way of presenting the person who's calling you. Kind of like the old Twitter blue check mark, right? There's a verified aspect. This is a real person or a real firm. And separately, there's an element of managing a database and repository of the bad actor phone numbers so that we can identify those as well. So it's approaching it from both sides, verifying good actors and then trying to identify and prevent bad actors.
How does the cloud fit in with your business?
People still trying to figure out how to make use of the cloud for financial markets applications. You still have CME moving forward with their partnership with Google Cloud. There's no turning back, right? The cloud is important and will have a role in our industry. But then you look at some of the applications people try to make use of for cloud compute, cloud storage and stuff like that. And I think in the last year, you're starting to see people realize that the commercial models of the public cloud providers, at least, don't work for all of our use cases, right? They still don't handle large amounts of multicast traffic very well, which is all of our market data. It can get expensive to take data out of it. Easy to put data in, it can be expensive to take data out. So we're seeing a trend now where rather than looking to the public cloud providers we would know, the AWSs and Googles, people are kind of retrenching back to how the industries operate, where it's bare metal servers running in a data center. But there's still cost pressures, right? That's what drives the desire for cloud adoption. So that's something we've actually worked a lot on in the last year, is identifying data centers in the metro area. You're not going to put your back office systems in the Exchange co-location because that's expensive real estate. So we've identified locations where maybe it makes a little more sense commercially. So you can kind of deliver on the value prop of the cloud from a cost savings perspective, time to market perspective, but in a more traditional bare metal hosting way.